What's up, everybody? It's Robert Trolling in Paradise. Finally back with a new video. We're doing the best albums of 2024 so far. Got a stack of CDs here. There's actually 3 that I don't have a physical category, so I won't be able to show those. Because our first one is one I don't have. I don't think you can get a physical copy of that. Is Cancer Christ with God is Violence. That came out January 5th. That was the first album I reviewed this year. Unfortunately, there isn't a physical copy anywhere, so can't show it. Alright, our first physical one I gotta show is Lucifer with Lucifer 5. This is the 5th record from this Swedish/German doom metal act. And the logo looks pretty freaking cool. Looks like the old Rush logo from the first album. And really good album. You got At the Mortuary with the bell at the beginning, Riding Reaper, Slow Dance in a Crypt. So is Immaculate Heart. That's a really good one too. Fallen Angel, the opener, is really good too. So as a Coffin Has No Silver Lining, which I believe that's the one, the acoustic intro that sounds a bit like Styx's Sweet Van Blue. Next, Job for a Cowboy, Moon Healer. This came out February 23rd on Metal Blade Records. This is the 5th album from this Arizona-based progressive death metal act that stars a deathcore band. Really good album. You got Etched Oblivion, The Agony Seeping Storm, The Forever Rot, and Beyond the Chemical Doorway. There's good stuff in there. Really good comeback with the band after 10 long years. Up next is another album that I don't own in the physical format. It's been hard to get a copy of on CD. It is Trey Lewis with Troublemaker that came out on March 1st. 2nd album from this Birmingham, Alabama-based country star. He emerged on the scene in 2020, and this new album from his is really good. You got like Pretty Hungover, and you got Mine Never Could is really good. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have a physical copy, so can't show it. Up next is Judas Priest, Invincible Shield. This came out March 8th. One of the best albums come out this year. A lot of people went over this one when it came out. This is the 19th record from this British heavy metal act. Got Panic Attack, really good opener. Opens it up really strong. Serpent and the King is really good. Invincible Shield. I also like the song Crown of Horns and as well as Trial by Fire. My favorite song in the album is definitely Panic Attack, the opening track. And up next, Midnight, Hellish Expectations, released on March 8th as well on Metal Blade Records. This is the 6th album from this Cleveland, Ohio blackened speed metal act. It's back. Really good follow-up to the Let There Be Witchery album from 2 years ago, which was 2022. Masked and Deadly, really good. Slaves of the Blade, Dungeon Lust, Nuclear Savior. My favorite song on the album is Dungeon Lust. So yeah, there's that. Next is pop release Ariana Grande with Eternal Sunshine. That came out on March 8th as well via Republic Records. This is her 7th album, first one since 2020. She couldn't even tour for her positions because of COVID. And I don't think she's going to be able to tour for this one either. And We Can't Be Friends, which is my favorite on the album. The new single, Boy's Mine, which I believe is a cover, was really good as well. Brat, Social Grace. This is the debut from this New Orleans grindcore band. This is the debut from this female-fronted grindcore band from New Orleans, by the way. And this came out on Prosaic Records. Got Human Offense, Snifter, Sugar Bastard, Ego Death. Really good stuff. Next, Dragon Force with Warp Speed Warriors. This is the 9th album from this British power metal act from London. That's their first in 5 years for them. This is also their first one with their new bass player, Alicia Vigil, who's amazing. She's really good. The album is really good, except for the last song, Wildest Dreams, which is a Taylor Swift cover. Although the last record ended with a Celine Dion cover with the cover My Heart Will Go On. And yeah, there's that. Next, Alestorm with the EP Voyage of the Dead Marauder, which dropped March 22nd. I actually got to see them live on the tour for this EP. Went rolled through Vancouver. It was a really good album, really good EP. There's only 5 songs on there. They played 2 songs from that EP when I saw them. They played the title track, and they also played the cover of the last Saskatchewan part, which they only played that on the Canadian leg of the tour. So yeah. All right. Next, Deicide, Banished by Sin. This dropped on April 26th via Raining Phoenix Music. This is the very first album ever to be released on Raining Phoenix Music. And yes, this album cover is absolutely cringy. It's not good at all. As you can see with the AI generated design with the inverted cross on that goat head and with the tongue out. Here's the back. Really good album. You got Sever the Tongue, which is an amazing second single. Bury the Cross for Your Christ. Ritual Defied. Woke from God. Failures of Your Dying Lord. My favorite song on the record is definitely Sever the Tongue. So yeah. Next, Dua Lipa with Radical Optimism. This came out on May 3rd on Warner Brothers Records. It's the back. Training Season, really good. Houdini, Illusion, the new single is really good. I've heard that one. This one coming off of a big thing for Dua Lipa because, of course, last year she was in the Barbie movie as Mermaid Barbie, and she did a song for the soundtrack called Dance the Night. And really good comeback for her first album since 2020 when she put out the Future Nostalgia, which came out at the beginning of the plague, obviously with COVID. So there's that. All right, another album I don't have a physical copy of currently. I don't know if you can get a physical copy of this one. That one, Belushi Speedball Stelcura, which dropped on May 10th. Third album from this Louisville, Kentucky crossover thrash band with songs based on the SpongeBob cartoon, especially with songs like Eels and Escalators. That's my favorite on the album. But yeah, but unfortunately I don't have a physical copy, so can't show it. All right. 2 more albums to go, and I gotta wrap this video up. Billie Eilish, Hit Me Hard and Soft. Came out May 17th on Interscope Records. This is the 3rd album from her. And much like Dua Lipa, she also had a song for the Barbie movie, which came out last year with What Was I Made For? And yes, this artwork looks pretty disturbing. It looks like she's drowning on there. But yeah, this is Billie's first album after coming out as bi. She came out as bisexual back in December of last year, right before she turned 22. This is a really good album. There's the lyrics. I saw Brad Taste Music's reaction. He gave the 7th track, L'amour de ma vie, a red headphones because it sucked. But the rest of the album is really good. You got Birds of a Feather. That was the 2nd single. The Greatest is really good. Wildflower. And of course, Lunch, the lead-off single and the 2nd track on the album, which is kind of corny, got some questionable lyrics. But yeah, and the last album of the show, Bon Jovi, Forever, released on June 7th via Island Records. This is the 16th album from this New Jersey rock band. This is also their first album with 2 new guys in the band, with John Shanks on 2nd guitar and Everett Bradley on percussion, alongside John Bon Jovi, Tico Torres, David Bryan, Hugh McDonald on bass, and Phil X on guitar, replacing Richie Sambora. This is a really good album. You got Kiss the Bride is my favorite on there, about his John's oldest daughter. One of his sons married that actress from Stranger Things recently. That actress, Millie Bobby Brown, who has played the role of Eleven in the Netflix show Stranger Things. Also, the opening track, Legendary, the lead-off single, is really good. And We Made It Look Easy is really good as well. And unfortunately, it is an absolute bummer that they will not be touring for that album due to Jon Bon Jovi's ongoing vocal issues. I know he had surgery last year to try to preserve his voice, it was a success, but he's still not ready for a 2.5-hour show with the current condition right now, which means there won't be a tour this autumn. I was hoping to see them again, hoping they would be able to, so I can see them again, possibly with Kid Rock opening. That would be cool, but I don't know, man. It seems like most places probably don't want to deal with Kid Rock these days because of that insult record 2 years ago with Bad Reputation, and then things got even worse when he tore apart those Bud Light cases last year in April, which is absolutely detestable. So yeah. Anyway, that is it for this video. I'll see you later.